Hi, I'm going to take you through creating a manual feed. So sometimes you have a list of data that isn't available on Twitter or Facebook. I.e., it might be a list of staff members and their contact phone numbers, or a list of useful things. In my case, I'm going to use a list of handy websites. So let's create a new page, and we're going to add to that a feed list, and then we're going to hit the go off to the CMS button with a little arrow. It's going to take us to the right area and log us into the CMS automatically, into the right feeds, and we're going to hit the plus to add new feed. We're going to call this Fave Websites. There we go. I'm going to just fix that. We got save. Okay, so we have a list of columns and rows, and so it's very much like Excel. If we just expand that, we can right click and we can insert rows. We can, if we click on the top, we can insert a column on the right, so we can add additional columns. We can also, if you've already got your data in Excel, you can just copy that, go back to the CMS, and paste. Currently paste, it moves everything where you were down. So we can just get rid of those. There we go. Alright, so we've got the name of the site and the URL. And we can manually add additional ones. So if we wanted to add, say, CNN. There we go. Having a spelling problem. There we go. Alright. And we can delete those rows. Currently it will add a new row in for us every time we start typing, which is quite handy. Okay, and we're going to save that. So this is just a manual list of data that we can maintain in the CMS. We don't have to have it anywhere else. And yeah, so it can be quite useful. So let's go back into the editor now, and let's choose from our list of feeds. We've got our favorite websites, and again, we don't need the data URL. Template. Actually, let's make a new template. So we're going to go to the Templates tab. We're going to hit the plus to add new template. And this template is going to be really not very high. It's just going to contain the name of the website. So we're going to add to the template a basic component, which is going to be text. And we're going to move that up to the top and make that not very high. There we go. And we're going to make sure that height is in millimeters. And we're going to make the overall height of the template not that much higher. There we go. We're going to make that in millimeters as well. So they're both kind of the same. Cool. Now we're going to go back to pages, and going back into that feed list. We're going to choose our new template. Actually, yes, we should name our templates. It's good to have named templates so you know which one's which. So we're going to click on template 1 and we're going to rename it. This is going to be our Fave Sites template. And we're going to click on our other template and we're going to rename that. And that was more of our feed. We used it for Twitter and Facebook. So I'm going to call it our generic feed. There we go. All right, go back to pages. There we go. And we're on that page. Let's name that page as well while we're at it. This is called a manual feed. Alrighty. So feed list. It's already selected our Fave websites. Cool. Our template. We can use our Fave sites template. And let's do the mapping. So we're going to map the name to the text component that we put into that template. We're going to say OK, and there they all appear. Now, really cool thing is if we add an action to this feed list. So if we press on any of those items in that feed, we want it to show a web page. Let's insert that. Now the URL of that web page will be, if we go back to the CMS, the name of this column. So we called it URL. So we go back to the editor. And if we put in square brackets URL, close the square bracket, and update, now whenever we press on that, it will get the value of the URL feed and use that to show a web page. So if we hit the play button and we click on CNN, we can see it opens up a web browser and CNN.com. And that works just as well on device. So yeah, that is a very handy thing. And if you wanted to add a new item, let's add a new item. Let's go to Bing. There we go. Bing.com. Cool. And if we save that, that should have also sent a message back to the editor and update it, so we can see Bing is now in our list. Okay, so there we go. Pretty cool. You can also use that URL action trick on your Facebook and Twitter feeds. So if we do that to the Facebook one, we click on our Facebook list, then we can go to Actions. If we go back to our feed list in the CMS, and just remember what the name of it was, so if we edit Facebook feed, we can see that the one we want will be called link. So this link column. So we're going to put square brackets link. So if we hit plus, we want to show web page, and in the URL, square bracket link. And update that. And if we hit play and we click on one of those, then it opens up Facebook, takes us to the post. Okay, enjoy.